is strictly prohibited. Downloading and re-uploading presentations without permission violates copyright.
Share my screen and let me ask you a few questions because that will, that will organize the entire training. So just seek these questions and try to answer to yourself. Just you missed BTC mining halving opportunity in this 14 years from 2009 to 2024. There have been four halvings. Did you missed? Did you miss this historical events? Yes or no? Just answer it to yourself. You still don't have a strong crypto portfolio. Yes or no? You agree only a few individuals, crypto whales, have made money. Yes or no? You think it's too late to learn about cryptocurrencies and crypto mining now that Bitcoin is already about to go $100,000? Yes or no? There are no genuine or reliable wealth creating platforms in crypto. Answer it to yourself. Yes or no? If given a chance, would you like to go back to Bitcoin mining in 2009? Yes or no? Would you grab an opportunity to encash the early trend of Bitcoin? If again given that kind of opportunity, yes or no? Are you ready to make the most of this Bitcoin halving in 2024? Yes or no? If most of your answers are yes, then this is the right training for you. For all the people who had joined this BTCC revolution when we started back almost a year ago, if you are all a part of this, then you are gonna feel nostalgic today in this master training. And all the people who have not yet known or discovered the golden opportunity right in front of you in terms of BTCC, then this training is right for you. Look at this. We have already crossed the all-time high. We have reached almost 119.5455, I suppose. $119.54 in value in just a span of like 14 months. Just 14 months, we have crossed 3 digits. And Bitcoin took almost 2 years to cross 3 digits. Today, look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is almost $100,000. All-time high, 11 hours back, $99,502. Bitcoin crossed its all-time high. And still, there are speculations that it's going to cross $100,000 and even more. Some believe it might cross $150,000. So lots of things are happening in crypto space and in our in-house ecosystem. Are you aware of it? If not, this is the right training for you. So I humbly request everybody, we are just 173 people. Please try to invite most of your teammates, because this training is going to be very, very important. And it will give you a very rare insights on BTCC. So I'll take some time. We will go through a quick overview of BTCC. Meanwhile, I'll request to everybody, please invite your team so that we can begin this training.
And the miners are the ones who benefited the most by creating the Bitcoin ecosystem. I would like to introduce you to the evolution of Bitcoin, an unprecedented once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be one of the first people to mine Bitcoin code. No external hardware needed and no complicated software, which makes it available to everyone. Simply order your NFT miner, connect it to the network, and you're set to mine Bitcoin code for the next 140 years. Imagine being able to go back to 2009 and be one of the first miners of Bitcoin. Knowing what you know right now and what Bitcoin has achieved, this is an absolute no-brainer. Bitcoin code is following the exact roadmap that Bitcoin created in all aspects. It's on its own blockchain. Exact same number of coins mined every day. Total supply of 21 million. halvings, the whole 9 yards. This is your opportunity to be a part of the evolution of Bitcoin. Will you sit on the sidelines like last time and miss the opportunity? Or will you take action and become a part of history? The choice is yours. The evolution of Bitcoin is happening, and your time is now.
So, ladies and gentlemen, our time is now. It all depends on our decision, how our next life is going to be, how our next hours are going to be, or how our next phase of our financial freedom is going to be. It's our decision. And what decisions we take today are going to impact our future. So, hopefully, make a right decision. Many people have lost the opportunity. In fact, many of us have lost the opportunity back in 2009 when Bitcoin was introduced for the first time. Everybody remembers the Great Recession of 2008, where the world's largest bank, it collapsed. And because of that, there was a new financial crisis across the world. And that time, Bitcoin, or you can say the blockchain and the crypto technology, they came up like a savior for the entire mankind. So Bitcoin was launched in 2009. Bitcoin.org is a website where you can find the white paper of Bitcoin. This white paper was published back in 2000 late 2008, and it was authored by someone titled as Satoshi Nakamoto. Nobody knows who this Satoshi Nakamoto is, but everybody knows right now Satoshi Nakamoto. If it has been a person, he is right now the third richest person in the world because of Bitcoin and the amount of Bitcoin he holds. Nobody knows who Satoshi Nakamoto is, but everybody knows the wallet of Satoshi Nakamoto. And right now, that wallet has a wealth which entitles him as the third richest person in the world, if it is a person at all. And look at this Bitcoin. It's so bullish right now. It already crossed its all-time high 12 hours back. It is right now at 99,500. And hopefully within this call, we will see Bitcoin again creating a history. Why this fascination about Bitcoin? Why people are crazy? And why this appreciation in the value of Bitcoin? Back in 2009, Bitcoin was just worth something $0.009. Somebody bought $40 pizza with 10,000 Bitcoins. Bitcoin was like of no value. But this white paper, it explained clearly that the supply of Bitcoin is gonna be definite. There are gonna be only 21 million Bitcoins in the entire world. And what is the population of the entire world? Almost 8 billion. Can you imagine 8 billion people? And the supply of Bitcoin is just 21 million. Of this supply, almost 19.79 million Bitcoins are already out in the market. They are already open in the market. So what is left? Only few 100,000 Bitcoins, like 21 minus 19.79. How much Bitcoin is left? But even this will take 116 more years. The last supply of Bitcoin will be in the year 2140 because of the halving. Now, halving is an event which was designed in this white paper. So whenever 210,000 block, whenever they will be created on the blockchain, this halving event will happen. And at every halving event, the supply will be reduced. It will be reduced to half. So what is the supply? Now, in this white paper, the entire system was introduced as peer-to-peer electronic cash system, and all you require is a AND processor, internet supply, internet connection, of course, electricity, and recurring expenses like wear and tear of hardware. So anybody who has this facility, who can buy a miner, who can connect to the RPC network of Bitcoin, and who can process through the processor, who can mine Bitcoin, they can claim Bitcoins in their wallets as proof of work. And the entire 21 million supply will come through mining only. This white paper critically explained this is the process, how this supply will come into existence. So anybody who could determine the demand and supply, who can see the potential of Bitcoin, they started mining Bitcoin back in 2009. But the value of Bitcoin was like negligible. It was just like $0.09 in 2009, right? So they still had to incur this recurring cost, the cost of buying a processor, the cost of internet connection, the cost of electricity, and the wear and tear of hardwares. But they believed in Bitcoin. They knew the potential of Bitcoin when its demand will be very high and the supply will be limited. Why the supply will be limited? Because of the halving. There will come a time when it will cross $100,000. And there is still gonna be time when it will cross 500,000 as well. In next, like after next halving, or maybe after that. Why? Because the demand is high and the supply is less, and this supply, it keeps on getting lesser and lesser, right? So this is Bitcoin. Why I need to explain this Bitcoin? Because we have BTCC as the exact copy of Bitcoin. Chavez has designed this entire ecosystem of BTCC as an exact replica of Bitcoin. We are following the exact roadmap of Bitcoin. We are on the exact trend of Bitcoin. So if we look at BTCC now, even BTCC has a total supply of 21 million. The initial supply of Bitcoin was 50 BTC Bitcoins every 10 minutes. So in an hour, that would be 50 into 6, that is 300 Bitcoins, right? In every hour, and 300 into 24. So that's 7,200 Bitcoins every day. So this supply was continued until the first halving. And when did the first halving occur? It occurred in 2012, where this supply was reduced to half. Then it became 25 Bitcoins every 10 minutes, right? So this was the first halving event of Bitcoin. Later on, in the second halving event, it went further, it halved to further. So that was 12.5. Then the third halving event in 2016. There, the supply even reduced to half. And that way, the supply was 6.25. And then recently, I'm sorry, the fourth one. Sorry, this is 16 and this is 2020. And the fourth one, it happened in this year, the current year, in 2024, April 2024. And right now, the current supply of Bitcoin is 3.125. Now, today, if you just scroll Bitcoin mining farm, you will see these mining farms are in capacity of a football ground. See this. Now, why people are mining with so many processors? Because every processor determines hash power. So the more processor you have, more hash power you have, and the more hash power you have, more Bitcoins you grab from the daily supply. So for that reason, today, the Bitcoin farming has been so much commercialized. There are so many huge mining farms that it is not possible for a layman person to claim any Bitcoin from the supply, because the cost of mining Bitcoin, the electricity, the internet, this is all going to be so very expensive. Now, from 2009, people started mining Bitcoin. In fact, Satoshi Nakamoto, he was the only person who claimed this daily supply of 7,200 Bitcoins for like 7 months. Right? So people who have been mining from from the early stage of Bitcoin mining, they have claimed Bitcoin in a very exclusive manner, because the supply was limited. Supply is limited even today, but the number of people to claim from this supply were very less. So if the fixed supply is distributed amongst a group of people, everybody will receive a fair percentage. But when that group of people, they increases, like if when we started with Bitcoin code in October 2023, there were only 15,000 miners who started mining BTCC. But right now, today, there are more than 150,000 miners. So the supply has been 7,200 only since the day first. But today, the number of miners have increased. For that reason, the claims to this supply have reduced. Okay. So try to understand this. Even anybody who was mining 2000 in 2009 or 2010, whenever this mining started, like, so they had to pay electricity bill, all the recurring expenses. But back then in 2009, Bitcoin wasn't of that value that it could have covered their expenses. But still, people kept on mining for the only reason that they believed in the potential, the future potential of Bitcoin. So even if we have the same comparison over here on BTCC, so the supply of BTCC is 21 million. And right now, the current supply rate of BTCC is 50 BTCC every 10 minutes. We also have our first halving. Like Bitcoin, we are going to have our first halving after 1,044 days and 1 hour. The counter that is already, over here on the dashboard, you can see. And this is the total supply that already is into existence. So right now, almost 3 million BTCC are already out in the market. So if we calculate this, like what is the circulating supply, it's 3 million. 3 million BTCC are already have been out into supply. They already have been claimed by the miners. All right. And if we divide it by 7,200, so that's exactly gonna be 417 days. And if we track back, if we track it back, so let us say a day counter, day calculator. So let me put a date, 3rd October 2023, and we add days. How many days? 417. So the new date is 23rd of November. So today is 23rd of November here in India. So can you see this is the entire supply. The entire supply of BTCC has been, in a decentralized manner. So of 21 million, 3 millions are already out in the market. And Bitcoin almost took 2.5 years or almost 3 years to cross three figures, but we are already, $119 all-time high. This is what we have achieved as an ecosystem. So anybody who says that I have missed an opportunity with the Bitcoin, here is your opportunity again to participate in the exact copy of Bitcoin, the exact trend of Bitcoin that's happening right now in front of us. All right. So now let me help you understand how this supply is calculated and how do we claim from this daily supply. Let me take you to the mining interface. Now, anybody who wants to claim from the daily supply, they need to have a NFT. Like for Bitcoin, anybody who wants to claim Bitcoin from the daily supply, they need to have a processor. That's a physical device, right? But we are into an era of digital mining. And with this, we require digital NFTs. So these NFTs, they come in three variants. The first one is of $50. Now, every NFT, like the processor had its hash power, right? Every NFT also have their own hash power, right? And this processor, they also claim electricity. They utilize electricity, internet connection, right? Utilize internet, electricity, plus wear and tear. So this in total is the cost of harvesting, the cost of mining. Let's say it's a cost of mining, right? In a similar manner, every NFT is also associated with a cost of mining, and that cost is calculated in B fuel. Okay. And this in dollars is almost $3 per day. So that means if you have plugged in this NFT of $50, which is called 1x, it is called 1x, Xeon GT 1x, right? So that means it has a hash power of 1000 watt. Okay. So it's called Xeon GT. So that's 100, that's 1000, and it's gonna cost you $3 every day. Like over here, you had electricity and internet bill. Over here, calculate in dollars, it's $3 every day. Now, how did we come to this conclusion? This $3 every day, because with every NFT associated, there is, let me show you, there is a consumption rate with every NFT. So Xeon GT 1x, Xeon GT 10x, and Xeon GT 100x, with every NFT, there is a hash power associated with it. It's 1 kilowatt, 10 kilowatt, and 100 kilowatt. And it also has a consumption rate, the consumption of B fuel. Like when you buy a car, you ask the vendor what's the hash power of the engine, horsepower of the engine. The more the horsepower, faster your car would be. In a similar manner, the expensive your NFT would be, it will have more hash power. That means it will enable you to claim more BTCC from the daily supply. So of course, this is $50, this is $500, and this is $5,000. So who's gonna have the highest hash power? Right? The Xeon GT 100X. Right? So the more hash power you have, more BTCC you will grab from the system. Okay. Now as I have mentioned, with every NFT, there is a cost associated of the consumption of B fuel. So B fuel is like a energy quotient, like the cars that require fuel, right, to run on the roads. So in a similar manner, our NFTs, they consume B fuels, and the value of B fuel is 0.0125. It's fixed across the globe. And how does it make a difference? In the physical mining of Bitcoin, the cost of electricity is a major component in determining the value of Bitcoin, the cost of mining, sorry. In USA, the electricity is expensive. In India, it's a little less expensive, and in Zimbabwe, it is very cheap. So obviously, any person who is mining in USA, India, or Zimbabwe with the same hash power, claiming same Bitcoins, but because of this component, the electricity cost, the Bitcoin is going to be expensive to the USA community, less expensive to Indians, and cheaper to the Zimbabweans, right? So for that reason, what Chavez has designed is the value of B fuel is same across the globe. It doesn't matter which part of the world you are mining, it's a digital world. So the cost of B fuel is fixed forever, 0.0125. Will it be hard to remember? I don't think so. If you forget, you already have it mentioned over here. So when you buy B fuel, the dollar cost is 0.0125 per B fuel. Okay. Now, how did we get to the conclusion of $3 every day? So as you can see, every NFT has a B fuel consumption rate. So for this Xeon GT1X, it's 0.00278 B fuel per second. Okay. It's 0.00278 B fuel per second. So $50 cost, 140 years of mining. Now it will be 139 years of cost. Hash power 1 kilowatt. Mining fees $3 every day. How did we get to this conclusion? Because the consumption rate is 0.00278 B fuel per second. Now, if 0.00278 B fuel is consumed in 1 second, in an hour, there are 3600 seconds. So that will be 10.008 B fuel every hour. And if you multiply it by 24, that's going to be 240.192 B fuel consumed every day. Right? So if this NFT, this $50 NFT, if this is put to mining, if it is claiming BTCC, then it's going to cost you 240 B fuel every day. And what is the cost of B fuel? One B fuel is 0.0125, right? So 240 B fuel, it's gonna be $3 every day. I hope you got the gist of it, right? So 240 B fuel multiplied by 0.0125. So that gives you a dollar value. So that's $3 every day. So anybody, if is having a $50 NFT, and if they have put it to mining, so that NFT is gonna cost you $3 every day. What if there are 10 $50 NFT? then it's going to cost you $30 every day, right? In a similar manner, there are other variants of NFT. The second variant is, it is $500 cost value, and it has a hash power of 10,000, 10 kilowatt, right? So that's 10,000 hash power. And the B fuel consumption would be $30 per day. Same calculation. You know, Xeon GT1X, the hash power, the consumption rate is 0.0278 B fuel per second. So that's gonna come to $30 every day. And similarly, for $5,000 NFT, it's Xeon GT 100X, the hash power 100 kilowatt, and the consumption rate 0.278 B fuel per second. So that's gonna cost you $300 every day. All right. So anybody may ask, what is the best way to buy a NFT? Should we buy 10 NFTs of $50 or a single NFT of $500? Because that's gonna cost the same, right? Practically, it makes no difference. Not practically, technically, it makes no difference, because if you calculate in terms of hash power, it's gonna be the same hash power. And if you calculate the value of B fuel, it's gonna be the same. So like, if you buy 50 NFTs, it will have a hash power of, or sorry, 10 NFTs of $50. So it's gonna have a hash power of $10,000, right? And the B fuel cost is gonna be 3 into 10, that's 30. So it makes no difference. You are buying a single NFT of 500 or you are buying 10 NFTs of $50. Technically, they both give you the same result, but it is just a matter of convenience. Like, let me show you. Over here in this account, just a second. Like in this account, I'm having how many NFTs? Let me check. So there are 33 NFTs. Like in this account, I'm having 33 NFTs. So if I have to move these NFTs from this wallet to a different wallet, maybe for whatever reason, so there are gonna be 33 transactions. So the gas fees is gonna be 33 times. Although the gas fees of BTCC is very less, but it's gonna be 33 transactions. So the gas fees will definitely be more compared to a single NFT movement. So that's the only difference. It doesn't make any further difference. You know, the technically speaking, you buy a 10 NFT of 500, it's gonna be of same value of $5,000 single NFT. All right. So right now, as you can see, there are 33 NFTs that are claiming from the daily supply, but they are also incurring a cost in B fuel every day. So if I speak of 33 NFTs, so 33 NFTs into, they are $50 NFTs, right? So the hash power is 1,000. So the hash power, the total hash power is going to be 33,000. So for this particular account, for this particular wallet, the total hash power is going to be 33,000. And the B fuel cost, it's going to be, so $3 every day, right? So 33 into 3, that's $99 every day. All right. But the major difference between the physical mining of Bitcoin and the digital mining of Bitcoin code is that over here, this cost of mining had to be paid upfront. This was the cost of mining, right? And this cost of mining was to be paid upfront. Even right now, when you see this mining farms, you know, this huge mining farms. So the electricity cost is it's in thousands of dollars and they pay it upfront because they know whatever they are claiming, there will be an instance, there will be a moment when Bitcoin will cross its all-time high, and that time they will capitalize everything, whatever the cost has been incurred. So over here, the cost of mining has to be paid upfront, but in our system, in our BTCC mining system, this cost is not supposed, this cost is not supposed to be paid upfront. You can pay it whenever you want to harvest. Now, harvest is a technical term. Let me explain you that as well. What is harvesting? Let us take an example that you rent out a farm like where you grow crops, right? So now you had a deal with the farm owner that you will take this farm, you will take this land, and you will seed, you will plant your crops over there. And whenever the crops will they reap, they will reach their potential. After that, you will do the harvesting. And once you do harvesting, at that time you will pay the rent. Now, what is the rent? The rent is over here, $3 every day. If you are planting with $50 NFT, the rent is $30 every day if you are planting with $500 NFT. So you had a deal, right? So right now, even we have a deal to use this beautiful system and to claim from the daily supply, BTCC, we have to pay the cost in B fuel. Of course, in dollar value, it will be multiplied by 0.0125, right? So depending on number of NFTs you have, like these 33 NFTs are costing me $99 every day. So if I harvest after 100 days, so this is gonna be $9,900 for me, the total harvesting cost, right? But I also claim from the daily supply, right? So, like, again, taking this example, you have rent out a farm. Now you sow the seeds, and now your plants have reaped. And now, if you just leave them in that farm, they practically makes no sense. You need to harvest, you need to take them out into the market and make a profit from them, right? So right now, this is your plants. They have reaped. You have claimed from the daily supply. But just sitting here, this BTCC are not gonna contribute any value. So you need to take it out in the system. You need to take it out in your wallet, from where you can sell it out, you can transfer, you can convert it to other coins and tokens, right? So it will have practical utility only when it is out of the system. And to take it out of the system, you need to pay the rent. That rent is in B fuel and in dollar value multiplied by 0.0125, right? I hope you understood harvesting. Now, how does it contribute to the system? So whatever people they put into harvesting, the biofuel that they put into harvesting, it adds on to the main liquidity. So like when people have so much of harvesting biofuel, right? They need to pay this cost in biofuel. So this practically adds to the liquidity, and that eventually appreciates the value of BTCC. So this is like a full cycle. So what Chavez has designed is, Chavez has designed a beautiful system in which you can enter with NFT. That NFT determines how much you claim from the daily supply and how much cost that's gonna incur to you. So with that, whenever you pay the cost, it will eventually get to the liquidity, and eventually it will appreciate the value of your asset you have harvested, right? And they have added a feature. Initially, it was just 1%, and sometimes for big miners, this 1% was also in thousands of dollars. So recently, Chavez has made changes to the harvesting section over here, and practically now it is possible to to harvest even 0.1% of the total biofuel required or the total BTCC you have. So in order to harvest, you need to pay biofuel. In order to claim from the daily supply, you need to have an NFT. That NFT determines your supply, your claim, and also the cost that in terms of biofuel. I hope this is clear to you all. Now let us see how does this claim comes to you. All right. So like we mentioned, back in 2023, when we started this system, right, there were only 15,000 people. There were only 15,000 miners. But gradually, as the system progressed, people got aware of it. Even right now in the Zoom, there are 230 people. Hopefully, many will be newcomers who will be listening for the first time and they will be curious to start the mining. So once they all connect to their miners and they start mining, this number of miners, it keeps on increasing. So like today, today in November 2024, we have almost 10 times the number of miners. So almost 150,000 miners are mining from the daily supply. Now, has the daily supply changed? No, the supply is still the same. From the day first, there were only 7,200 BTCC distributed every day. And even today, there are only 7,200 BTCC. So day by day, this BTCC's claim, they are getting lesser and lesser. So just imagine 7,200 distributed amongst 15,000 people and 7,200 distributed amongst 150,000 people. So everybody is getting lesser and lesser of BTCC claims every day because the number of miners, they are keep adding to the systems, right? So let me ask you a question. Will the number of miners, they will stop or they will keep on increasing? This is never going to end. More and more people will join this mining movement, and day by day, your claims are going to be lesser and lesser. So that way, the cost of mining is going to keep on increasing. Like today, when there are big mining farms and you sit with a tiny processor, your claim is going to be so small because majority of the hash power will grab most of the Bitcoins. In a similar manner, when there are number of peoples, your claim is going to be lesser and lesser. And eventually it will never increase, it will keep on decreasing. So that way, the cost of mining will keep on increasing for you. It's like inflation, right? When like 10 years ago, a bottle of milk was costing you like $2 to $3, and right now it's $20 to $30, right? It's inflation. And what is the best way to beat the inflation? Have multiple sources of income, right? So over here also, BTCC is going through an inflation every day. The value of BTCC, not the value, the cost of claiming from the daily supply, it keeps on increasing day by day. So in order to beat this inflation, you need to increase your hash power. So more hash power you have, more consistent or more, you will claim from the daily supply. All right. I hope you got the idea how this is all designed and how do you claim this BTCC from the daily supply, right? So right now on the dashboard, when you go to this section, this shows you the value of BTCC. This shows you the value of biofuel. And over here, you can see the number of miners. And this is the biofuel consumption, total biofuel consumption, the same numbers, 152, 1.5 million biofuel, and same over here, 1.5 million biofuel. And when you multiply this with 0.0125, multiplied by 0.0125. So that's $19,000 to you for this account, right? So the total B-fuel cost in dollars it is 19,039, and same numbers are reflecting over here. You can see this 19,039. All right. And how many BTCC you have claimed? That's 151.639. All right. So what does this indicate? This means to claim 151 Bitcoins, the net cost to you is 19,000. So that way you can determine your cost of mining. So 19,039, let's keep it 40 for better understanding. All right. And let's keep it over here, 152. All right. So 19,040 divided by 152. So that's $124 per BTCC. So this is my cost of mining or maybe harvesting per BTCC. So that's $124 per BTCC. So what does this mean? Unless and until BTCC crosses this $124 value, I am not even making a profit. It's not even break even. All right. So even you can determine your cost of mining, that has to be something around 157 or $155 right now, because right now many people have already joined. This is a very old account. For that reason, there are some BTCC which were claimed at a very cheaper rate, and gradually, if you sum up everything, if you average it out, it's coming to $124 per BTCC. All right. So if I see the value of BTCC right now, it's how much? 116.43 dollars. And when I multiply it with 152 BTCC that I have already claimed, so 152 multiplied by 116.43. So that's 17,698, let's say, dollars. So that means my net cost of claiming 152 is 19,000, and right now with the value of 116, I'm not even breaking it out, break even, right? But what if this value of BTCC increases? If it is 2,000 or 200 maybe, right? So 152 multiplied by 200, 30,400. So that way, my cost of B fuel is still the same, right? It's not going to increase because this is fixed for 152,000. So less 19,040. So this is my upside. This is my profit. If the value reaches $200. So it doesn't matter when you harvest, because for this value has been fixed. If I stop all the miners, if I unstake all the miners, this is not going to increase. This is not going to increase. And so this will also not going to increase. So that means for 151.641 BTCC, this cost of biofuel is fixed right now. It depends on many parameters like number of miners, active miners, the value of BTCC, and lots of things. So this value is the proportion between this and this is fixed. I'll show you one example. Let me show you. I have an account in which we stopped mining long way back. Like this one. Let me see. Okay. And when I explore it in the scanner, so can you see this? The transaction, the last transaction, it happened 10 months ago for this wallet. For this wallet, the last transaction happened 10 months ago. So we stopped mining. Right now, we have no miners over here. So on this particular wallet, we stopped mining. We unstacked all the miners and moved it to some other wallets. So over here, you can see the last transaction happened 10 months ago, right? Let me see the internal transaction as well, the token transfers as well. Yes, over there also, it's 10 months ago, right? So that means when all the miners are unstaked, this value is fixed, and so the B fuel value is also fixed. So this way, if we determine what is the cost of mining for this particular account, let's calculate this. This is exciting, right? So we multiply this with 0.0. This is in B fuel. So in order to determine the value in dollar, we multiply it with 0.0125. So that's $717, right? Let me put it. So the total B fuel cost, that's 717.27. Let's put it that way. And total claim is 7.274 BTCC. And BTCC claim is 7.724. So that way, now we have the total B fuel cost and we have the total BTCC we have claimed. Can we determine the cost of mining for this account? Divided by 7.724. So that is 92.86 per BTCC. So the cost of mining, harvesting for this account is $92 per BTCC. Right? And what is the value of BTCC right now? What is the value of BTCC right now? So that's 116.43 multiplied by 7.724. So 116.43 multiplied by 7.724. So that's 899. Yes, 899. And our total B fuel cost is 717 minus 717.27. So right now I am already $182 in profit on this account. And the same numbers will be reflecting over here as well. So you can see over here. So Xeon GT minus 0. Let me refresh this. All right. So the Xeon GT minus, it's 0. The B fuel cost, the total B fuel cost, it's 717.27. Can you see this? 717.27, 717.27, right? and total claim is 7.274. I'm sorry, we did 7.724, but that's okay. And the net worth as per the current value is 846. It's still an upside, right? It's 899 we have calculated. So right now in this particular account, you can see the net fuel consumption is 717 and the net worth of BTCC is 846. So that means we are already in profit on this account. So that way you can also determine your cost of mining, your cost of harvesting, and with that value you can see when it will be the best choice for you to harvest. And practically, even right now, if I harvest on this account or the account or the other account, it doesn't make any difference because whatever numbers you see over here, this already are fixed. Whatever numbers you see over here, they are already fixed. They are correlated. It cannot change now. So the important factor is you can harvest anytime. It doesn't matter what value BTCC has, what is the price of BTCC. It doesn't matter. You can harvest anytime. But after harvesting, when you are selling, when you are cashing out, that determines your profit. So like on this account, I have something around, let me show you. So this 38 BTCC have been harvested, but I am not gonna sell it right now. So right now, even when the cost of harvesting was very high, we still harvested, but we are not selling it off because we harvested it at something around $130. And right now the value of BTCC is $116. So I will not cash it out unless and until it's like maybe $200 or something. And even if it's $200, I will not sell off the entire amount because I know BTCC is on the exact roadmap of Bitcoin. So I will try to retain, I will try to grab as many BTCC as possible because I have lost an opportunity back in 2009. I'm not gonna lose this time. So BTCC is the core essence of our entire WAAS ecosystem. This is always, this always has been a central project for us. This is the backbone. This is the heartbeat of our system, of our ecosystem. Everything started with this, and everything you will see is related to this. Why the refunds are in BTC20 of Boomerang? Why is the proof of reserve refunds are on WBTC? Why? Because everything is related to this core component of our ecosystem. If you still fail to realize the value of BTCC, you are losing big time. You are again losing the same opportunity you did back in 2009 or whenever you started understanding Bitcoin. So take a smart decision. If you have not yet started mining, grab your NFT as soon as possible, start mining. It's still a long journey because we still are left with 139 years of mining. And if you are already mining, try to grab as many BTC, as many NFTs as possible, because that's how you beat the inflation. That's how you will beat the inflation in BTCC. So more hash power you have, more consistent you will be with daily claims. And harvest. Let me give you one example. Like we have a community of 150,000 miners, 150,000 miners, right? And see, I'll show you the total liquidity. I hope I don't need to explain liquidity and the value of a coin. It's pretty simple. Number of coins available against the total liquidity. That determines the value of coin, right? That determines the price of coin. So more liquidity, less coins, the value of each coin will be high. And more number of coins and less liquidity, that will depreciate the value of the coin. So right now we have an on-chain liquidity of almost 38 million, right? And if 150,000 community miners, they harvest every month with just $100. Look at this. It's 15 million. All they need to do is every month just put $100 to harvesting. That's it, nothing else. If this entire community understands the core concept of harvesting, see, we will be adding $15 million every month to this liquidity. Just imagine, with 38 millions right now, the value of BTCC is at 116. So with 15 million addition every month, can you imagine what will be the value, how beautifully BTCC will appreciate? So everything, like Chavez says, I have handed over everything to you. Now it's up to you. How do you want to run the system? So this is BTCC, ladies and gentlemen. Once in a lifetime opportunity. God never gives you opportunity ever and again, always, right? So the opportunities are limited. So, the people who make the most of them with a smart decision at the right time, they make the most. So that will be all from the training side. And thank you so much. I hope we added value. I hope we brought clarity with BTCC and everything. And we hope you have great claims in terms of BTCC. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Hopefully this Sunday with the, okay, let me just share one more thing. Let me very quickly share one more thing. So we already mentioned at the beginning of the session, Chavez is already in Vietnam. Vietnam has the best leadership that, that can inspire the entire community. And right now, Chavez has been addressing them, and we have a live event on Sunday. So on behalf of Chavez, we invite everybody, all the community members, to join the live event. The links and everything will be shared in the system. And we have such a grand event that it will be an inspiration for every leader, all the community members. Chavez often mentions that he wants to change the affiliate marketing industry. But with the leadership that is in Vietnam right now, I think they have already changed how this affiliate industry works. So let me quickly just give you an overview of what is about to come. And this is Vietnamese leadership. Why we are excited about this? Because this is officially the first event of the company, a global event of the company. And this leadership has been exemplified. They have changed how networking is done. So, ladies and gentlemen, we invite you for the Sunday's event. It's going to be live from Vietnam. And one more reason why this event is going to be very special, because we have major announcement this Sunday coming straight away from Vietnam through Chavez. Thank you all, and see you this Sunday. Thank you, everybody. Grace, over to you.
Oh, hey, Thank you so much. I don't know if anyone can build excitement the way that you can, Trashid. Um, Sunday cannot get here fast enough. Thank you so much for that. That is awesome. And this training that you provided is fantastic because we have been fast moving with different products and projects. And so we need to come back to the basics, come back to our foundation. So excellent, excellent. Now, can we take a few questions?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Alrighty, folks. Let us all the questions that you jotted down, let us go ahead and raise our hands and please put on your video. We have got, you can start your videos. And we have been joined by Chantel. How are you? Good to see you, Chantel. Okay. Um, Yanti, please go ahead and unmute yourself and ask a few questions. Ask your question, please.
Hey, great training, Travis. Trash it, what I'm. Travis is in Vietnam, isn't it? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes.
can hear you.
Okay. Very good training. We'll get as many people on Sunday as I can. You had done this training and one other training. Like, how did Chavez decide why $3 is the starting dollars? You remember them? That
Yes.
part I can't remember. Can you quickly do it now, or you can do it some other time?
So we had to start somewhere. We had to put a minimum liquidity, right? So what
Yeah.
Chavez did, he logged 21 million, and of those 21 million, he took some BTCCs to start with $3 of a value. Rest of the entire this thing, BTCC are logged in a smart contract and they are released every day. So 7,200 are released every day, and with a ratio of 50 BTCCs delivered every 10 minutes. So whosoever is having their NFTs, they claim depending on their hash power. And once they claim BTCC, depending again on their NFTs, they incur the cost of mining that's in BFuel.
Yeah.
We had to start somewhere, right? We had to put some liquidity in the market. So for that reason, we started with $3. And for that, the minimum BTCC that had to be, I don't know the numbers exactly, how many BTCCs we had, put out that day. We minted that day. But rest of those 21 million, they are logged straight away into the smart contract and released every day.
BTC started at a lot less than $3, right?
Yes.
So that's why I was wondering why the difference.
Yeah. From
Okay,
$3,
thank
we
you.
have come so far, right? It's almost $119 right now.
Yeah. One of the things you may want to tell the people is this is the passive income, right? You just buy the thing and leave it there. You don't even have to quit work or spend time or recruit people or do anything.
Yes.
So ideal way to get that thing moving. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Jayanti.
How come you didn't go to Vietnam? Thought you would have gone.
I had been to Dubai. We came back from Dubai.
Okay,
We had our chance. We had our time.
we'll all go to Vietnam.
Yeah. Thank you, Jayanti.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Chris.
Sorry, I was muted. Go ahead and unmute. My lord, go ahead. Ask your question, please.
Hi, Tachi. Very great training. I learned a lot of things from you. Explain about the mining stuff like that. My question is that while back I heard Chavez say about the validator. He said that later just keep mining all those, and later on he will open up to validator to purchase. Do you hear anything about that now?
He will announce when the time is right. We have to wait for that.
Okay, thank you.
And even the nodes value is going to increase. So anybody who is interested in node, please buy it, because hopefully with the announcement from Vietnam, the value of nodes are going to increase.
Thanks.
Thank you, Milo. And Carol, please unmute and ask your question.
Hi, Trashi. Hi, Miss Grace. Good afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon, ma'am.
Hi, Chantel. Hi, everyone. Hi, Shiva Joy. Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, Trashi, you always load us with information. I don't have any question until I digest all this information. But great information, though. However, I got two questions. One is very simple. On Sunday, what time is Chavez going to be featuring? Because I want to tell some Vietnamese around here to watch it.
So that will be announced officially. We will have to wait for that announcement.
So it
Hopefully
wouldn't be
the
the
event
same
is gonna
time.
be the
Okay.
event is gonna be in the evening. So I think something around 6 to 7 p.m. it should start, Vietnamese time.
Okay, so it wouldn't be the same time that you normally do your mastermind.
No.
Are you still going to do mastermind on Sunday?
We will do that. Why not?
Okay.
Let's see how that event rolls out. After that, we will see.
Okay, I just want to know so I can set my schedule for mastermind and then the other program too.
I think the announcement that's gonna be delivered in the live event, they are very special. So I would like you to dedicate time for that announcement.
Okay.
For that
Okay,
event.
my other question is, I know before now, to my understanding, the least we can harvest is 1%. Now, you just said today 0.1, so now we can harvest 0.1%, not just 1%.
Yes.
Okay.
So that has been a new feature recently been added by the team.
Okay. Okay,
We
thank
had
you.
specially requested that because there are people who have having big miners, and
Yeah.
their 1% is also in thousands of dollars.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is so true.
Thank you, Carol. All right. Chantel, go ahead and unmute, please.
Hey Chantal, how are you?
Hi, Rashid. I am well, thank you. Thank you so much for an absolute fantastic presentation. And I want to ask you, we sat in the car with Chavez and Kevin and David this morning, and they were really bullish about everything that is happening on Sunday. So, are you suggesting that we harvest before Sunday or after Sunday? Come, give us a little bit of a teaser, because if we have seen them smiling, you have seen them laughing. So help us a bit.
You want to ask about harvesting?
I want you, yeah, I want you to give us a bit of a feel on what we should do to make sure that we are ready for Sunday.
But you harvest it today or you harvest on Sunday, it doesn't make a difference. For how it will make a difference?
Should we be ready with, should we buy our notes now or after Sunday?
For notes, definitely, Chavez has already announced that the value is going to increase. So as soon as possible for notes. But harvesting, it doesn't make a difference because the cost of harvesting is same for any day.
Okay.
It doesn't make a difference. It makes a difference when you cash it out, when you harvest it and when you sell the BTCC.
Yeah,
That
but also
makes
if you
a
have to make it, if you have to make some swaps, some people are swapping a little bit. What do you think? Look, I don't care. I was just, I know I wanted to just say to people, look at your 0.1%, but also I just wanted to create a little bit of banter about Sunday because people need to know we're with a very small group, but I haven't seen smiles as big on their faces.
Yeah.
And I know you have seen more because you just came out of, so
I think the impact will happen when Chavez announces the proof of reserve, POR. When this, right now we have an on-chain liquidity, WBTC already has been added, but it hasn't yet been tagged to BTCC. So once this proof of reserve is available for dispersal, so I believe people will start swapping it to BTCC, and that time we will see the value of BTCC, it will really jump off.
Yeah.
So I think we will have to wait for that, even if Chavez announces on Sunday, but practically it will take some time for the value of BTCC to appreciate,
okay.
right?
Yes, yes.
So the next week is going to be very exciting.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you all.
Thanks, Chantal.
And thank you, Chantal. You tried. You tried to get the cat out of the bag, but the cat is just smiling.
There was a little bit, there is a little bit.
Yeah, okay, now he's laughing. Okay. Ian,
Yes, yeah.
go ahead and unmute and ask your question.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, very exciting times. I mean, it's been exciting, you know, if you understand the mechanics of all this. It's been exciting since the beginning. There's been road bumps and challenges and all of that. It's always good to have BTCC. It's always good to be ready for the next thing, right? Whether it's validators, nodes, peer-to-peer exchange, you know, so that's always good, right? And in this industry, when you understand what's happening across the whole industry, you position yourself, you plant seeds. I just wanted to address something, Trashit. Well, of course, we all know what a great trainer you are, and how you break things down in bites so that we can all understand, everybody can grow together. One thing that has been, you know, that I kind of look at in a different way. You know, we say that Bitcoin code is an exact copy of Bitcoin. What I share with people is that Bitcoin code is based on the core principles of Bitcoin, but in many ways it's very different, right? It takes the benefits of Bitcoin, but it doesn't function exactly like Bitcoin. I'm not going to get into the ways, the differences, but you know, we have Dodo, we have, you know, we had boomerang arbitrage trading, we had a proof of reserve that's based on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is not over. And as a Bitcoiner myself, it's always a good time to, you know, to buy Bitcoin, to hold Bitcoin. It's, you know, as far as Bitcoin is concerned, nothing's over. So, you know, we're going on a journey where we are kind of following the history of Bitcoin. And I like in the beginning how you showed that in the early days, there was no utility for Bitcoin, and the people who are mining and giving away Bitcoin to people to drive adoption, it was based on a belief and an understanding on what Bitcoin is. And the same is true here for us, right? When you begin to understand what Bitcoin code is, and even just get a glimpse of what Chavez is trying to do with this ecosystem, you know, the belief takes you a long way, and the understanding takes you a long way. But we're going to be bringing in people from the wider crypto community, as well as people that are new to the crypto industry, right? So if I bring in a friend of mine who's a Bitcoiner, you know, I think we have to be careful in saying that it's an exact copy of Bitcoin, and that, you know, we missed an opportunity in Bitcoin, because most Bitcoiners know that that's not true. that there is still immense opportunity. And even Chavez, is a Bitcoiner himself. So we've got the best of multiple worlds here. He's introduced us to mining, he's introduced us to liquidity pools, he's introduced us to building a portfolio. And any portfolio that's worthwhile has a strong allocation to Bitcoin. So I just wanted to point that out. I've been listening to different people say this for more than a year now, and I think it's an important point. And if we're going to grow as a community, it's something we have to tweak, because a lot of crypto savvy people are coming to our community that have a very deep understanding of Bitcoin. And so anyway, but thanks for the great training today.
Oh,
Thanks,
okay.
Ian.
Thanks.
Your feedback is always appreciated, and we will make sure that it is taken into consideration. But I would like to disagree with your second point, because every day you miss an opportunity, because like we had 15,000 miners. We will never get that chance again. We will never get that. So right now it's 150,000 miners. So these miners are keep on increasing. So we will never have this time back. So that in that sense, we will every day who is not joining the movement, they are missing an opportunity. Thanks, Ian. Thank you so much for your feedback.
I would have loved to have Bitcoin at 9 cents. Okay. Unmute, Vinny.
Vincent. Hi, Vincent.
Hi, afternoon, evening, guys. It's always fascinating. I love the Bitcoin history as well. I had the opportunity to buy it at 600, and then I was complaining about the price. That was 600, and I was complaining, and like these people, and I was like, oh, but I bought. So I'm happy with 90,000. So I agree with you that the opportunity, I feel that you wait, is a missed opportunity. And we see it as well with the BTCC. With the first day, because I keep track of it like a hawk, the first day we had our BTCC, our boomerang refund, BTCC was at $62, right? So if at that day you had swapped your USDT for BTCC, you would have swapped it for $62. Today you're swapping it for $113. So anybody who has not swapped their BTCs, their USDTs for BTCCs for the past 40 days, and today you're doing it, you're swapping it at a higher cost. So it is still good to swap. I'm not saying not to swap. Please keep on doing it. But the longer you wait to swap, the more expensive you're buying your BTCC, you can say. So every day lost is every day not done is an opportunity wasted. What I wanted to ask you, because I was looking at your screen. Do you have the new version of the back office of the BTC Bitcoin Code technology? Because the way you were sharing your screen, for example, I saw the My NFT and the accounts, everything is on the left side, mine is on the right side. And you also was able to show the overview of the swap, where you could see the total number, etc. But I don't see that. So do I have to clear my cache or something? I just wanted to be sure that you and I are running through the same thing, that you don't have a bigger advantage than I have.
I don't think so. It has to be something like that. It's very normal. I think the interface has not changed that much, Vincent.
Okay. Because the overview that you saw, you just clicked on swap and you had the overview available.
But that's practically available since the very first day. This overview. It hasn't changed.
Okay, because I just have to be sure
Although
that
now in the chart we have that feature. One day we can track the value of in the 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, and 1 year. We have that feature
I've seen
that
that.
wasn't
I've seen
available
that.
previously, but rest of the things are same. Hasn't much changed.
Okay. Yes. All right, great. Yes, I'm looking forward to Sunday as well. Because I also have a big Vietnam community, and I will let them know about it. All right, as usual, thank you.
Thanks, Vincent.
Thanks. Yanti, please go ahead and unmute. And last person will be David.
Okay. I think when we mean it's like Bitcoin, we mean the white papers are tokenomics are just the same, isn't it?
Yes.
Is that what we mean,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. Chantal, look at the bot for Dodo. No reaction from Rashid?
I'm sorry, I did not get you clearly.
The dot.
Mm. Vietnam announcement,
Uh-huh.
bot for Dodo.
Yeah. There are going to be announcement almost for every product. So let's wait to hear it from Chavez.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Shanti. Okay,
Mr.
and
David.
David? Go ahead and unmute, please, and ask your question.
Thank you very much for the great presentation, Rashid. It was really amazing. My question I want to ask is about capital tree. Sorry to pull you back since you are not on the topic of capital tree, but it's just that I came in new and I bought some capital tree. I bought 2 packages of capital tree. So my question is, if I vote now, given that my token has not accumulated enough, if I have to vote now, is the token that is in my wallet going to be burned off, or is it the 5x potential that is going to be allocated to any project that comes up?
So as you bought the Capital 3.0 package, did you receive a Capital 3.0 token?
Yes.
So with that token, all you need to do is have some Solana gas fees in your wallet. And with that, you need to go to the dApp and vote. This voting mechanism it needs to be fulfilled only for the first time. After that, for that particular wallet, you don't need to vote ever again for any allocations. Then directly straight away you can participate in the allocations.
Okay, does that mean that what is going to be attributed to the allocation is the 5x potential, or is the amount that is accumulating in the wallet?
So on your WAAS back office, you are accumulating token 3.0, right?
Yes.
So the number of tokens you have available on your Capital 3.0 wallet in your WAAS back office, from those numbers, you can, depending on the allocation, you can either put everything into that allocation or partially. Our
Okay.
recommendation would be to put, only 35 to 50% because it affects your compounding. If you put
Okay.
all the tokens from the WAAS back office into the allocation, then your compounding will again start from the 35% vested capital, right?
Okay.
So for
Okay.
that reason, whatever tokens you have, like you have 500 tokens in your WAAS back office, token
Yeah.
3.2. So whenever an allocation will be available, you can put some value from those tokens into the allocations. And we are gonna have so many allocations. And in fact, one allocation might be happening anytime soon. So be prepared, have as many token 3.0 as possible. So they are gonna give you value in the allocations.
Okay, thank you. It means it's just when the allocation comes up that we are going to attribute the amount we want for that particular allocation. So it has nothing to do with the voting process.
So whenever the allocation will be available, you will be able to swap token 3.0 to again C30 DAO tokens.
Okay, thank you.
It's a different mechanism. We will help you when the allocation is available. For the time being, we request everybody. Let me quickly grab the screen and let me just help everybody understand this. Voting is very, very important. So if you have Solana Phantom wallet and you have C30 DAO token, please go to 3p0.capital. This is our official dApp link. I'll share it in the chat box as well. And over here, you can see the white paper and everything. Go to Open dApp, connect your wallet. And if you have C30 DAO token, please cast your vote over here. You will see one over here. Okay, and just vote. Have some Solana for gas fees. because right now, as you can see over here, let me help you understand this, everybody. So this is the total value logged. So this means the total number of token 3.0 available from the total community's WAAS back office. This is token 3.0. So this much value of token 3.0 is right now available, and this will keep on increasing as it's on 2% daily compounding. So total 7,948 people have almost voted, and from this we were able to determine their respective token 3.0. But still 2,826 C30 DAO token have been minted, and this many people have not yet casted their vote. So unless and until you cast your vote, you won't be able to participate. So whatever tokens you are having in your WAAS back office, you won't be able to allocate it to the unicorn projects unless and until, I'm sorry, let me. So whatever tokens you are having over here, you won't be able to allocate, you won't be able to swap unless and until you cast your vote. Because only with the voting mechanism, your wallet is practically connected to your WAAS back office. It is confirmed. Although you have put your wallet address right at the time of purchase, or maybe later on you have added, but still, for this voting is important for the dApp to connect to this Web2 interface successfully. So voting is very, very important. Please make sure that you cast your votes. Almost 2,800 people have not yet casted their vote. So it doesn't make any sense for them to buy Capital 3.0 and not to vote. Then at the last moment, when the allocations will be available, people will rush into voting. All right, Grace, I think that will be all for the day. Thank you so much. Let's conclude the session. And thank you everybody
Yes.
for joining this call. We'll see you on Sunday from the Vietnamese live event. Over to you, Grace.
Thank you. Trashit, you really made a connection there because Chavez had said if folks don't vote, it would be sort of difficult to be able to allocate directly to them. And so now you have made that connection very, very clear. Voting gets you on the WAS back office map. So please, folks, vote. So that will go smoothly. Again, Trashit, thank you so much for stepping in to provide us excellent master training today. And ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our event for today. We will see you tomorrow for Saturday support. And again, the emphasis, pay attention to what the official channels, Trashit, for that announcement for the event on Sunday. We want to be part of it. We want to go ahead and participate. So see you, especially on Sunday. Pass the word. Thank you very much. That concludes today.
Thank
I
you,
give you back
everybody.
the
Oigan, escuché que están dando unos earbuds Bose QC2 gratis. Dígame, ¿es un producto falso?
Señora, es un producto 100% real. Son unos audífonos Bose QC Earbuds 2 originales. Son más ligeros y pequeños que antes, pero con una cancelación de ruido activa mucho más potente. Brindan un sonido súper claro y tienen una duración de batería prolongada. Solo los nuevos usuarios en la app tienen la posibilidad de obtenerlos gratis.
De seguro nadie puede conseguir unos audífonos gratis.
¡Claro que sí! Solo tiene que hacer clic en este video y descargar la app de Temu. ¡Compruébalo!
¡Wow! ¡Es verdad!
Si todavía no has descargado la app de Temu, haz clic en este video y disfruta de esta increíble oferta.
Un CRM no debería ser un gasto más. Debería ser una gran inversión. Un CRM no debería tener cargos ocultos, debería ahorrarte dinero. Un CRM no debería necesitar complementos innecesarios, debería integrarse con las herramientas adecuadas. Un CRM debería darte toda la visibilidad que necesitas y la información más útil sobre tu negocio. Comienza hoy mismo de forma gratuita.
Thank you very much. That concludes today. I
Thank you,
give you back.
everybody.